Hey, I'm Deke, I'm the Glassclown, and thank you for watching this video. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you recently purchased a set of my self-adhesive vinyl stickers for your pattern cutting on your glass, and if you didn't, maybe you should try it. It will change your life, I promise. With the kit that you purchased, you should have received 2 sets of stickers, identical. This pattern is D. Reynolds from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You'll also receive a printout of the exact same pattern in the exact same size, and so to ensure that the pieces that you cut out with the stickers will match perfectly to the pattern that you're cutting out. Before we get started, there are some tools that you need, so let's take a look at those. Tweezers, microfiber cloth, acetone, plastic fade, Sharpie marker. Okay, now I'm going to walk you through the sticker application process. And again, we're working on Sweet D. Reynolds from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. About to scam the government for some welfare checks. I've got my glass sitting here, and first thing I need to do is make sure that I clean my glass, and this is where the acetone comes in. And my microfiber cloth, just a touch of acetone on there. I want to make sure that the surface, or the side of the glass that I'm going to apply the sticker is as clean as possible, and that's why I'm using the acetone. If you've got some rubbing alcohol or some other glass cleaner that you like, that should work just as well. I have really good results with acetone, so that's why I can continue to use that. I've got separate pieces of glass for each of the colors in this piece that I'm working on. With this particular piece of D. Reynolds, I want to stick very close to the reference image and try to keep the colors as true to that design as I can. And so I've actually got, I think, 8 or 9 different colors of glass here, all each representing different parts of the stencil that I'm working on. Or the pattern that I'm working on, sorry. So once I've got all my glass cleaned, I want to make sure that it is completely dry. Sometimes the acetone, if you put a little bit too much on the rag, it can leave a little bit of residue on the glass. So I want to make sure that that dries off. It should evaporate within seconds, so don't worry too much about that. But all right, my last piece here. And again, I'm putting the stickers on the smooth side of the glass. Bullseye glass, very similar both sides, but you can tell if you look closely, one side does appear a little bit rougher than the other. So I'm going to apply my stickers to the smoother side, and that's why I'm cleaning that side with the acetone. Okay, so I've got all my glass prepped. Now I want to get my tweezers out. These stickers are very easy to remove, especially with tweezers. If you've got really long fingernails, that might work too. What we want to avoid is getting our fingers and getting the oil from our skin on the back of the stickers, and so that's why I'm using the tweezers here. So I've got this black glass just staring at me, so I'm going to go ahead and just select the pieces of the pattern that I know will be black, and this is going to be the inside padding of your helmet here, and plus the visor. So I've got my glass here. I'm going to grab the largest black piece, which is her visor piece here, and just find an area in the glass and just place it down. Just like when you're cutting pieces with any other pattern, you want to be careful about where you're placing the stickers or the pattern pieces so that you're not painting yourself into a corner or creating cut paths that are difficult or impossible to do without breaking some of your other pieces. And so basically for these black pieces, I've got a piece of black glass that is fairly long. I think I can get almost all of these kind of in one row, and it looks like I can. Now you might be thinking, I am wasting a lot of glass leaving this much glass on the edge here. And you might be right, but I think that life is too short to worry about 1/8 of an inch of glass. The time that I would spend worrying about getting an accurate cut if I had my glass closer to the edge is just not worth my time. So I'm willing to pay that extra 50 cents to waste glass just so I can have a more comfortable cut. So there's one piece of black there. Let's do I've got pink here next. Find my smooth side. So for pink, I'm just doing her lips. I've got a little tiny piece for the upper lip. I'll place right there. I don't know if you can see that. I've got kind of an imperfection in the glass here, I think from out when it was rolled at the factory. I'm avoiding placing my, my piece on that area of the glass. So I just want to skip that over. I've got my other lower lip piece. I'm going to place that right there. Sometimes it helps to have, if you've got your fid handy, to just kind of place that sticker down a little bit better. You can rub it with your finger. However, that just creates the possibility of getting some of that oil from your skin on or around the sticker, which is going to make your life a little more difficult when it comes to grinding. So the reason we're putting so much time and effort into getting the stickers down properly at this moment is because of the grinding portion. Of course, when you get to your grinder, water and stickers do not mix very well. And so your grinder is going to try very hard to remove the stickers, and it probably will. But we know that if the surface of the glass is prepped and our sticker is as stuck as it can be, we're going to have a better chance of surviving that grinder than if we had not. So once you get the hang of it, it's really pretty basic. Of course, these are just stickers. Again, you want to be careful about where you're placing them. If you have a lot of pieces on one color of glass, you want to make sure that they're spaced appropriately, that you're able to actually cut the pieces out without damaging the other pieces. And of course, you want to make sure that your stickers are placed correctly as far as the grain direction may go, if there is a grain direction. So some of these larger stickers tend to bend and twist, and they can stretch, and that's really bad. You don't want a stretched stencil sticker on your glass, because that just means your glass will be the wrong shape. So when you've got these larger pieces such as this, you want to be very careful to lay the sticker down on one end first. I'll demonstrate here with a piece of Dee's hair. We want to lay down one end of the sticker first and kind of roll the rest down. I'm going to place this here down on the bottom, press that down, and then I'll slowly just roll the rest of the sticker down. And looks like I got real lucky right there. That just sit perfectly. So I am a little closer to this edge with the sticker than I normally want to be, but that's just a little bit of extra grinding. This should be fairly easy to cut out. That's a little closer than I want to be, but that should work just fine. A couple more pieces for her hair, and then we'll be ready to start a different color. Okay, and so here I'm working with a very small piece of glass. I did manage to fit all three pieces on here, and I do have a pretty decent cut line here that shouldn't be too crazy. Got a little bit of a curve there, but that again is something very important you want to keep in mind when you're placing your stickers, that you leave yourself room to actually cut them out. Let's see, got a couple tiny pieces, or actually these are bigger than her lips, but smaller pieces for her eyeballs. Place those down. And these stickers are very, very small, so I know that if I press too much on them with my finger, I'm definitely going to pull those up. So I want to get my fit out and rub those stickers down as best I can. All right, home stretch. I've got one more piece here for teeth. And then very last colors are for her face. Last color here, I've got a huge sheet of almond colored bullseye glass. I'm not terribly concerned about conserving my glass here, but I do want to make sure I'm not wasting it. Not really any grain direction on this glass, and so I'm not too worried about the direction that I'm placing my stickers. Main thing I'm concerned about here is just making sure that I'm leaving myself comfortable cut paths, and that I am not leaving huge scraps that I'll not be able to use on anything else. And so it looks like when I place this last one down, now, I like to leave myself some room between the pieces. This may be more room than you want to leave yourself. If you are more conservative the way that you cut your glass, that's fine. This is just the way I do it. My first cut would be here along this line, just to get this strip off, and then I can put the rest of that glass back with my library. But then here I've got several little cuts, all straight lines, no problem. And then when I finally get those last pieces, I should be able to cut those out very easily. So this is, I guess, kind of the main idea as far as the stickers go, is just really you want to pay very close attention to the preparation of the glass, make sure that it's clean, free of debris, and then as you're placing the stickers, you want to make sure that you leave yourself comfortable cut paths and that you're not wasting too much glass by leaving too big of chunks. If you did it right, you should be able to take your sticker and kind of rub something on it, and it's going to stay put. If your sticker's moving when you're just lightly rubbing a tweezer over it, that means either the glass was not clean enough or the sticker was dirty when you put it down. So luckily you got two sets of stickers. In case one of the stickers did not work for you, you had to remove it or it just didn't work, you've got that second set. And then if you need an extra set, just let me know. I'm happy to send you another set if you go through both of yours and they don't work for you. stay tuned. Please like and subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, I plan to make some other videos about how I cut glass, how I solder, and how I do some the assembly work on my leaded stained glass panels.